Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 432 of the Reverse Podcast. My name's Tyler. Join me today,
Eric, when are you going to apologise?
To what?
When are you going to apologise to the Jojo fans? You said there's no hope for part 7. Pack it up, it's cope. What happened?
I thought topic of the show we were going to talk about Jojo, but Christian's got other plans in mind.
I got other plans.
Peak, Christian. As I said, for part 5,
right,
the vision is there.
Yep.
Part 6, no
source.
Vision.
No source.
Part 7, Christian, the director duo is back. No one told me.
I told you.
I don't know if you told me.
I definitely did tell you.
Maybe I forgot, whatever.
You said cope.
I don't know. I definitely wouldn't have said cope if I knew the two directors for part 5 were back.
Okay.
It's over. Now, is this the first 2 episodes? The first episode, Christian?
First 2 episodes.
We don't know what's going on with the batch. We don't know what's going on with the release schedule as of recording.
It is sus as fuck. This thing is out and we still don't know about the release schedule.
Where is it? What is going on? I want to watch more.
Now, the conspiracy is, right? This is the conspiracy. That it has to air in Japan first and then it's going weekly. Now, is that cope? Is that real? We do not know.
Japanese Netflix?
Japanese TV.
No, that doesn't make any
Broadcasting sense. TV, Eric.
That doesn't make any sense.
So once the broadcast catches up to what we got, then we'll go weekly.
But has it not aired in Japan?
No. On TV. It has it on Netflix, not on broadcast TV.
Cope.
Now, Eric, this is what happened with part 6.
But it's a Netflix...
It's a dual rights situation. Right. This happened with part 6. This is why the wait was so fucking long. Because we had to wait until the batch aired on Japanese TV. Weekly. Okay.
Do we know? Surely there's a TV guide somewhere.
It's gonna air.
In Japan.
We don't know about the rest. We don't know when it's coming.
Christian Adventure Sundays.
No, it's on some mainstream TV. It's getting like some ultimate spot. There's a lot of cope out there. Alright?
Okay.
About the release, what's happening, what's not happening. All right?
As I said on Twitter, Christian, great direction, great design, great production. You don't need high-level animation.
Yep.
This is good animation, solid. Nothing crazy.
There's some great scenes.
Good stuff.
Horses.
But you need the direction, you need the division, Christian. This is what the animation industry is missing, Christian. The auteurs, the visionaries.
Eric, you know what they brought back? And this is all that matters. Alright?
The sound effect.
They brought back the bit in the main theme with the piano and the vocals.
And the vocals, right.
The holy vocals. Alright? Because people who have read part 7, you know what's coming. Alright? Now, part 7 is the main part. It's an homage to part 1. And part 1 is mainly about Will. Part 7, that's all it's about. All it is about is the golden will. Alright? And now Eric loves this thing. Now, Eric, there is no gravity in part 7. So you don't have to deal with the gravity nonsense. Alright? All you have to deal is with raw, pure American will. That's all that matters.
Let's get it. I would like it to wake up to it on Friday, Christian, every week. Little Friday bonus.
Little Friday peak.
But we'll have to wait and see for that, Christian. I imagine we'll talk about it more in the Jojo show when we get there eventually.
Yeah.
But we're in for a treat. If it keeps up, I'm sure it will. I'm sure there'll be a lot of episodes, the usual
Yeah,
stuff.
sure.
But yeah, great stuff.
When is the One Piece anime back? Soon, right? April. Couple weeks. 3 weeks.
We didn't even get the new intro for Jojo, Christian.
No, not yet. They're teasing us. We didn't get the intro and we didn't get the outro song. Because the outro song was just the main theme. Alright? We still don't have those. One Piece anime come back very soon. Start of Albath. Which is crazy to me. It feels like we've barely started Albath and we're in the anime.
A lot of content was that flashback. I saw a thing, 58 chapters so far, something like that.
Yeah.
So, Oda's average is like 60 something.
It's like 80 in the New World. The average.
Punk has it 60.
Sure.
Fishman Island's like 51, even though it feels like 300.
Yeah, Fishman Island.
Just Roads are obviously the big.
Wano.
Wano and Dinosaurus are the big ones.
Yeah.
Hulk
80 something?
Hulk didn't reach 100.
No.
So there you go. Even though that was dragged out as fuck as well. I think 60 issues is a good range for an arc.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's good. I think that's good range.
not too fast, not too slow.
Now, Eric, did you see the Studio Wet news?
What?
That, yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, we want to get a good pace to it.
You'll probably see a trailer this year. Probably.
Okay. Now, Eric, people are saying we need a Naruto remake. Why?
Yeah.
Naruto, Part 1 Naruto is vintage and it looks great. Vintage anime.
There, people talk about the filler.
But you don't have to watch the filler. Alright? Part 1, it gets rough in Shippuden. But that vintage classic like 90s anime aesthetic, it's gritty.
I don't
It looks
understand
good.
I still don't understand how we haven't had a remake of Ball
Dragon Ball.
and Z. It's insane.
It is.
Do you know how much money they'll print?
What? They're doing One Piece. Remake.
Yeah, I know. They're doing One Piece before Ball.
That's crazy. Alright. But Eric, let's get into this chapter.
And any fucking studio would love to do it.
Printing money.
Just to do it because it's Ball.
I know. You'll see. Chapter, Eric.
For some reason, a controversial chapter.
I don't see why this is controversial.
People upset.
Last week I got it because Domi Reversi
Listen, we'll get to it.
announcements and shit.
Usopp's never going to be a big dick player. He's
I
never
know
going to
what
be.
people
He's
want
never
from
going to be
Usopp.
Yonko level.
Do they want Usopp to pull out an Uzi and just start spraying? What do they want? ACOG.
The most he'll do is a bullet type moment.
Snipe.
Some
The dress roast a snipe.
Yeah, give us some intellect. But yeah, fucking shut up about Usopp. I get that his fans are like, he's gonna beat Zoro in a real fight. Shut up.
That's crazy. Right? That's fucking crazy.
Don't let the agenda and the annoying fans ruin
No.
some shit.
I don't understand why this is a controversy. Maybe the chopper shit, if you're getting confused.
I think people are getting annoyed at Domi Reversi when we started at that position and we accepted the fate.
Many months ago.
Right.
Many months ago, Eric. Alright, Colin wants to see the carnage, but they won't let him. Let my boy free.
Let this man be a warrior.
Alright? The giant citizens just won't let him. Brogy tells off his crew for submitting to a master. Eric, you submit? Low will bum. What's Oda trying to say about rocks?
Rocks.
What's Oda trying to say?
You're right there.
Low will bum?
Now people saying hypocrisy, but they did kill themselves.
They showed their will.
Right.
They literally killed themselves.
Something rocks couldn't do.
No.
Interesting.
Alright. Kasha is struggling. He can't attack his friends and my friends.
Right.
I can't attack them. You know how it is. Alright. Giants start using their abilities. It conquers sovereignty from Brogy.
Whatever, sure.
Whatever, you know.
Bunch of moves.
Bunch of moves.
Zoro does some shit.
Zoro does a new move and kills one of them. Now, Eric, I don't know if you want to address the leak situation. Made this chapter. I think this is why this is a controversial chapter. Because of the leak situation.
Alright, for the 1000th time. Worst Gen doesn't see the panels.
He just gets fed
He
information.
gets told the interpretation which he interprets. So it's a game of telephone.
Yeah.
This is why Pew doesn't say anything until the documents are approved by Read-On for submission.
Right.
Worst Gen a little too loose.
So I think the spoilers really ruined this chapter.
Right.
A lot of bullshit was said. That really just everyone on Twitter is reading spoilers. Everyone on Twitter.
We know friends and people on the Discord that don't even read the chapter anymore.
They just read the spoilers.
Right.
Which is
And make assumptions. Terrible.
how can they call themselves IQ masters, equality masters, if they don't read the chapters?
Bizarre.
If you don't engage in the content. Now, maybe this is a side tangent. But is the grift getting worse?
I think it's in the death throes, Christian.
People are getting sick of the grift.
They're getting sick of the grift and they're trying to pivot, but it's like the whole woke thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's dead. Stop trying to put big titties on fucking characters, on video game characters. The gaming industry has changed, they have adjusted, it's all over.
Yeah.
You can put down the sword. You might have to get a new grift. But until political correctness comes back into the zeitgeist, Christian,
you have to go quiet.
you have to come up with a new thing.
A new grift.
No, is that shitting on Nintendo? Yes.
Maybe. Shitting. That seems to be the fucking. That seems to be the key of this year. We're just gonna shit on everything. Is that the culture of the internet this year? Just shitting on everything. Where it just becomes.
No, it's picking the champions of the people.
And then shitting on it.
And then anointing them that, Christian. So, like, Exhibition 33.
Champion of the people.
Champion of the people. French as fuck. Nonsense.
Right.
You could take politically correct, very woke messaging.
They're not playing the game.
JRPG.
But they're not playing the game.
And they say people's game. Even though they were grifting on that.
They're bandwagon. Let's bring it to One Piece. I've seen so many people grift on One Piece. It's crazy. Not even fans. Like, say what you want about Dritz. That came from a genuine place of frustration. This just seems like I've got nothing better to do. I'm gonna grift on One Piece. And then they say, "Oh, we're just giving genuine criticism."
It's Zoro fans. It's always Zoro fans. Always.
Always.
Bum Goku. Fucking Top Man. They're all Zoro fans.
Yeah.
Masking his different agendas.
Right.
And then when Zoro maybe gets slided a little bit in the chapter, or doesn't have a Yonko level opponent, and isn't in the top
We slander
five,
Oda.
We slander.
And then they say, well, you're just,
Isaji maybe gets a small W, trash chapter.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the same in every community now. Like, I don't understand. If you're a One Piece fan, why are you going after the Jojo anime?
Yeah, bizarre.
You should love the Jojo anime. It's the same theme. Will. Friends. Justice. What are you doing? What is your problem?
It's like we were talking about in DMs, Christian. Everyone's obsessed with the aesthetics or something, the tone, the vibe. Is it good quality product? That's all that matters. Is it top quality?
Why are One Piece Twitter accounts slandering Jojo?
Christian, I said very high chance Part 7 is going to be trashy anime, no chance. I can say I was incorrect about that.
You're misled by the bad. The trailers weren't bad.
If the content is good, the content is good.
Yeah.
And you're a bum consumer anyway. All you do is consume. So be happy with the slop.
Enjoy the slop. That's what we have to say.
Or throw your hat in the ring. But I want to hear you.
Eric, when is Tarantino coming out with the critic?
The 10th movie, right.
When he's going to destroy the entire industry.
Yeah,
when's he going to do it?
You know the critic character is just going to be a pig.
A pig bum.
Right.
Yeah. Some sort of failed creative. When is he going to put it out? Alright, that's what I want to see.
Like, we meme on the JJK fans and the Bleach fans.
Yeah.
But if it ain't got something, it wouldn't be popular.
I mean, people hate that argument the most. That it's popularity and quality aren't the same thing.
Well, it's not true.
There's something to it though. Like McDonald's, not the greatest food, very cheap. So there's value
and good
value.
Those fries pop.
Value. There's value, right? There's something. It's not five-star food.
What's popular as shit?
I mean, a lot of music.
What, like you like Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift. I get it. I get the appeal. It's just like
Right.
it's for a certain audience. All right.
Most people aren't nihilistic goons on Twitter.
Right. Sure.
So when you say, "Oh fucking, this is cringe,"
Yep.
you the cringe.
Okay. Eric, that's a little side rant, alright, about the state, because it's getting sad out there. It's getting sad out there. You know what I mean?
Like, in retrospect, it's just a setup chapter.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do anything.
This is a great Usopp moment.
A good Usopp moment, yet the Holy Knights have been bums.
Why do I think this chapter's going to be a whole rant about the state of the community. I don't think we're even going to talk about the chapter.
Rayleigh is like Sanji level in God Valley.
Yeah, this is what happened. This is what happened.
People don't understand what's happening. And we'll get when Frankie delivers the exact line I delivered last week.
It's clear.
We'll discuss.
All right.
Let's keep going.
Giant's faller. You know, Chopper smacks a giant. There's a little shadow man behind him. Everyone's confused. The giant flips. No damage. Apparently, no damage.
Didn't even tickle.
So,
what do you think it is?
see, here's the problem with Donna Reversi, right?
It's dumb and annoying.
We're here to believe that Usopp bean bombs, right, are better than Monster Point Punch. Because Monster Point Punch did no damage, Bean Bomb blew up Gunko.
Well, that's a cover, and the other one's a Donna Reversi, different things.
What? You will shut up.
What do you think's going on with Chopper here? Because it ain't got nothing to do with the touch physically.
Now, Eric, you brought up that I've taken L about this whole chessboard situation.
Yep.
Alright? Now, here's the thing. Has anyone gone and flipped outside the first fucking... When are people gonna get flipped? That's my question. Because you keep on bringing it up, don't get between them, but it hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened.
It's very confusing. Why does Oda keep on bringing it up? Zoro went between them, he didn't get flipped.
Maybe you gotta be on the ground, maybe there's rules.
This is what I mean. Like, what? I think he skips it. He just shows Zoro hit the ground. So, it's very confusing.
So,
it's
is
stupid.
the Chopper thing related to the chessboard?
Maybe.
Is he the forest god fruit?
Maybe it's about Will Malice. Maybe it's about
Intent.
justice. I don't know.
Do you think we'll cut back to the Zoro group and then they didn't succeed and then we'll ask questions, or did they succeed?
Because why?
Because we did spend 6 chapters on cutting up goons.
Here's the thing, Eric. When we first heard about how you beat Doma Reversi, we both go, well, why the fuck is Chopper asking? What does this have to, why is Chopper asking this question if you can't do anything about it?
And
Why is Sanji asking this question if you can't do anything about it?
Scopper's right there.
Yeah.
So he should tell him the answer.
So, we're like, why the fuck is Chopper asking if you can't do anything? Now, Oda's trying to finagle it.
There's the whole Brookport line we got to get through as well.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of characters that have to be able to counter it.
And you apparently can just tie up Killingham and...
No, Oda just said Haki, right? Which is like, okay, I guess. Well, if that was the answer, we said it was like really anticlimactic and not really an answer because we always knew Haki would just... yeah, it's dumb. And then we're getting like this Chopper stuff, this Brook stuff. It's like, well, why give us the Haki answer first and then go, actually, there's other answers.
There's a lot going on.
This ability, it's a miss.
So I guess we'll find out with Chopper.
This ability is a miss for me. I just have to say it. It's like...
We've discussed it so many times.
It's so convoluted. Am I excited to see it?
The most annoying thing about it is that it just removes all agency from any villain. Really.
Right, and Usopp brings that up. So Oda's acutely aware of this problem, right? Which is like, we say it all the time, just because you bring attention to it doesn't mean it's still not a problem.
Solve it, Oda. Don't spam it, Oda. How about that?
Eric, we're gonna head over to Killingham. He's just ahead. Looks like Frankie, Jinbei, and Sanji defeated him. What, all 3 of them? I mean, they're all holding different pieces. The assumption is they all teamed up on him.
Sure.
I mean, Sanji fans want to say Sanji one-shot him. Whatever. I don't want to get into that
Right.
kind of thing. It's just like, yeah,
They
all
got it
three are
done.
there.
They got it done.
They're all talking like they all got it done.
A third commander, a second commander, and a fucking Toby Roper guy. Maybe high now with the super collar.
Super collar. Frankie says I'm feeling high, Eric. Sanji disappointed. Sanji goes, these are the guys
What
defending
does
the Holy
Frankie
Land.
say, Christian?
Frankie says, maybe we got a little bit too strong. Luffy's an emperor. Eric, are we the only ones reading the chapter?
How are we the only ones reading the fucking world, Christian? This is the problem. The Yonko crew has been abstracted and shit on by the agenda merchants.
You see, Eric, this is what happens when you say Zoro is emperor level.
This is what happens.
This is what happens.
This is what happens when you say admirals are comparable to Yonko, which they're not. This is what happens.
But we still respect them. They're still second.
This is what happens.
Let's not cap.
This is what happens when you don't acknowledge that the Gorosei are scared of the emperors. The world government.
No.
The world government.
No.
The world government actually has no control over the New World whatsoever, and that's not
Fact.
by design. That's not because Army wants an active army 50 years ago.
That's true.
So this isn't by design.
No. Omu is trying to suppress the will of the past.
They need permission
To engage.
to engage in Yonko.
That's right. The resources, Eric. They don't want to waste resources.
The Straw Hat shit on the biggest buster call of all time.
Yeah.
Alright? This whole Holy Night World Government Gorosei thing has been figure out the gimmick, beat these dickheads for 5 years.
At the end of the day, the Holy Knights are really just another Emperor crew. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got your top dude, who's probably Emperor level, then you got your commanders, and then you got your, like, Toby Ropo, Flying Six kind of guys.
Right.
Alright? We're not Oda says this chapter, I'm not gonna constantly expand the power level.
Right.
No, Kaido is not power cliffed. No, the Emperors are still top.
Stop saying Roger is now 10th of all time. Stop talking about how Rox and Herald
Are above Roger.
and Loki are more important than Roger.
It's crazy.
The size... People are obsessed with scale and size. Obsessed.
Key lining.
Christian, people forget Luffy's immune to lightning.
How do people forget that? That's like
They
a
go,
key,
oh yeah, Luffy's immune to lightning
that's
this
like a key,
week.
that's a key aspect.
And they'll go, Loki washes Luffy. Look at the size of the attack. I'm like, it's an electric attack. He's immune.
Eric, you're getting upset. You're getting upset.
101 Luffy, and then I see in the comments, yeah, but he's naked now. He's not rubber.
See, Eric, this is the importance of power scaling, and that people don't understand. When you get power scaling wrong, Eric, we've been proven right for every fucking power scaling thing we've
It's
ever
not
said.
numbers on a board. This is what people get wrong. It's the cognitive ability to imagine the situation of the fight.
Yeah.
What would happen in XYZ? Not, oh, but fucking Zoro managed to do this bullshit speed.
AP, bro.
Zoro managed
AP.
Not even, let's not even bring it.
ZKK.
Oh, the MMAs are like huge, therefore they're strong. When I just saw with my own eyes these fucking dickhead giant pirates one-shot him. I saw Soul one-shot one of them. And they're telling me they're OP and Killingham's busted.
Well, it's like a cracker situation, you know what I mean?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nami could take out one of these fucking MMAs.
100%.
With more than one.
No doubt.
Jinbei,
Frankie one taps him. One tap.
Jinbei would line them all up in a row and use a fucking water beam and kill like 7 of them.
Yeah. But again, this is what happens when you fundamentally do not understand power scaling. Alright? When Zoro beat King, we said Zoro is still first commander level. When Zoro struggled against Lucci for like the entirety of Egghead, we said Zoro is still first commander level. And people are saying Emperor, Luffy level.
So
you're out of your mind.
So we meme
crazy.
We meme on the Gorosei. They are like commander level guys with a bullshit gimmick,
Yeah.
which Luffy would one shot. Everyone handled Saturn.
That's true. Everyone.
He just has the gimmick.
Yeah.
Chopper blocked.
It's a defensive move. Defensive moves never fail in One Piece.
Figure it out, people. Please. Please figure it out. You don't understand what you're talking about.
No.
It's very simple. Oda has never changed it. Emperors and their crews matter most.
Eric, people say Oda doesn't care about power scaling. That is incorrect.
False.
That is incorrect.
Wrong.
This week he says Emperor is top. We're at the top of the verse.
It's not even about that. It's about the balance.
Well, it is.
Well, so yeah, but this is why we say it, because without that, the balance of the world doesn't work. Because then you have to explain why the world government haven't taken out every Yonko.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense.
I mean, we've said this from the dawn of time.
You have to explain why there's no Navy headquarters in the New World up until after the time skip.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. You have to explain why they haven't taken Albaf, how they haven't taken Wano. Makes no sense. The balance of the seas, Christian.
Of course.
The world government can't take out the Yonkos. The Yonko by itself can't take out the world government, and they will never align.
Eric, I remember.
Hence, when fucking Kaido and Big Mom were going to make that alliance, they were shitting their pants. Garp, there's nothing we can do.
Garp literally said there's nothing we can do.
And he's seen Aimu.
Eric, Al-Qaeda said don't go to Wano, Odin might be there. Eric, the Red Dog himself, the man who will return fire, said Kizaru, don't go to Wano, because Odin might be there.
And we have to...
What are we doing?
Comment,
Eric Greenball.
They remember the endless slander in the Gorosei.
Greenball.
Right.
What did Greenball say? Oh, but lucky Kaido's not here. I would have turned up if Kaido was here.
Yeah, like...
And people cap. People cope. But we gotta understand the power scaling, because then you get here, and people don't understand it, and they lose their mind. With the Holy Knights. Alright?
Now, there's a whole different conversation about tension, and where do you want tension, and tension this and tension that. We've discussed the tension modes ad nauseum. I really don't understand the purpose of being aware of tension and criticizing it. That is not enough.
I can't talk to you about this during the week. It's more about...
Because they don't mean tension, they mean more about...
It's potential.
What's going to happen with stuff.
If there's a strong opponent, that means my character is going to get a cool fight, and that's what I want. That's what they mean by tension.
Or the theory crafting about how they win.
Yeah, that's what they mean by tension. They wanted to see a tough fight, a difficult fight. They want to see the action, and they want a strong opponent. That's what they actually mean.
Well, we've talked about this for years, and this is where you guys got to get it in. You got to... Sure, there's new characters. There's Loki, there's Rox, there's Herald. But you all got to keep it into context of... They're all relative to Roger and Joy Boy. There's not a crazy gap between all these characters.
No.
And Luffy versus Loki right now, I'm taking Luffy.
I mean, you always got to bet the main character.
There's bullshit circumstances with the Nidhogg for it, which we'll find out.
Sure.
People, see, have you noticed this trend?
Yeah.
Every chapter is apparently the end of the storyline, the end of the arc.
Yeah.
And there's no next chapter.
Yeah, this is the end of the plot.
People assume this is it for Usopp. This is it. Well, that was trash. This just started, Christian. This little climax.
Yeah, people. I don't know. It's strange, but Eric, we're just having a rant this episode because I think we're just fed up with the...
Yeah, because once again, Oda puts it all into perspective and the people don't understand.
Oda literally smacks you over the head with it this chapter. Everything we've been saying throughout Albaf, he just smacks you over the head with it. Yes, the Holy Knights are bums. Yes, they don't respect them. Yes, Usopp's correct.
Yes, Roger destroyed them over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You saw them be bums in
God
the
Valley.
In the flashback God Valley. But for some reason...
They were garling disappointing.
Sure.
We brought that up. We said, Garling, look, we thought you were the guy. You're not the guy. Alright? And that was disappointing. Because Oda explicitly said...
We saw Summers get washed by Old Man Gabon.
That's true.
Old Man Gabon's relative to Zoro in some way.
100%.
So why is Sanji not being able to fuck up a Gorosei? Or not a Holy Knight?
Gorosei, I back him.
Okay.
Find a way.
Sure.
I back him.
This is the second Commander Man.
Yeah.
This ain't no joke.
Eric, we get to Usopp.
And he's got a third commander and a fucking Toby Roper man with him as well. And Nami.
Eric, let's bring it to something lighthearted.
Okay.
What do you think of that Ragnar Luffy
Good
panel?
meme, high level.
Is that a high level meme?
High level meme.
Alright? Because Nami yells at him, what are you doing lighting the forest on fire? It's a fair criticism. Alright?
Loki like, oh, you...
Why am I gonna yell by your crew and then blast Luffy for lighting?
Right.
Luffy's like, I'm immune, bitch.
Didn't do nothing, but if it did, I'd fuck you up. Luffy keeps on saying, stop it, I'd fuck you up.
That's all I'm saying, Eric. Eric, what's the Domi Reversi percentage this week? It's high. We don't like it. We know it's happening. Alright? We know it's happening.
Fuck.
But we don't like it.
There's a high chance. I'm 50-50 on it just because of Cope. I'm 50-50.
We don't like it.
It'd be just for a fight's sake.
Unless it's like, oh, Monkey D, the Nika has defeated the Nidhogg. Luffy is officially the new Joy Boy. Unless it's some shit like that.
Some prophecy stuff.
Some prophecy shit. Alright.
But the words at the end of this chapter kind of imply that I don't know if he's gonna get dominated.
Well, we'll get to it, Eric. But Eric, Usopp
Makes you speak.
calling Aimu out, calling him out for being a coward bitch. This is what Oda thinks of Aimu, right here.
Right.
You're a bum, you use underhanded tactics, you use other people to do your dirty work, you're nothing, you're a chump.
As the Slasher Dragons are.
Now, we said this many times. That they cannot be top of the verse because they have no will. And we say that to people, they go, how come they're on the world though?
They don't.
Like it's not about corruption. Like it's not about subjugation.
Like they only own 50 nations out of thousands of
Oh,
islands.
Eric, how does North Korea run a nation?
Right.
Fear and intimidation. They're not actually competent.
And we know the world government is incompetent.
They're not competent. Right? So, Usopp saying some good words, Eric. He won't abandon Brook. We like to see it. We like to see the will. We like to see the friends, Eric. Usopp goes, no, I will not abandon my friend
Now,
Brook.
we'd like to see the character moment stick to Usopp, but
He said, not here, not this place,
not
Eric.
this place. Maybe in a different place.
Of course.
But not on our
He's not going to embarrass himself here in Albath, alright, in front of his friends, alright? So Usopp, he tries something, it doesn't work. He gets blown up. And what do people want? Do people literally want Usopp to snipe Aimu and beat him?
Yeah.
Will he, Eric, if we get Domo Reversi, Ragnar's 100% go to Usopp.
Hey man, maybe Usopp's on the floor, does some trick, does some IQ play, gives Luffy the advantage. It's not over yet, people.
Let me give you this scenario. Alright, it requires Domo Reversi Loki for this situation.
Yeah.
Right? He's coming down with Ragnar. Usopp does some bullshit, snipes Ragnar out of his hand, and then Ragnar goes, I respect the Usopp.
Usopp's not getting Ragnar.
Why not? Too powerful?
It's just not happening.
Eric, we're getting Luffy bits with Ragnar. Ragnar part of the
Yeah,
crew.
but he likes Luffy. He hasn't even made
Eric,
himself.
Usopp might do some crazy shit, and then Ragnar goes, yes.
I guess Chopper could speak to Ragnar as well.
It's a bit.
Usopp gets a pet.
Usopp gets a pet, he becomes fucking relevant with a fucking Emperor level weapon.
I don't think Usopp's ever going to be that physically relevant.
We're waiting for that. We're waiting for all your power up.
Oda, please, give me some IQ plays.
I want to see him do some sniping
It's
action,
been a long
helping the
time.
fight. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want him to have some speech. Maybe unlock Future Sight. Why not? He needs it for Van Olga. Unlock some Future Sight. Snipe that hammer out of his hand. Do some cool shit.
I don't think Usopp's done.
No.
And then Imusu's Nika and Nidhogg.
Finally, he says Nika.
Right.
Finally, he sees Luffy. He's not phased.
Nika, Nidhogg.
You must obey
Or this
or
fight.
die.
or this fight will divide the world.
He's talking big game. Now, that could mean many things, Eric. Does he mean I'm going to peace out because I'm not ready for this fight? / the prophecy is not at hand?
He's not actually there, so he doesn't really care.
Sure.
At the end of the day, he's not really there.
I understand that. But he says you must obey. Will he try the Domi Reversi next week?
Hey man, bro's sweaty when that Joe Boy hockey comes
I understand that, but he's not sweaty about the Nika.
out. Big bluffs. You don't know that Deezes though.
Yeah, he ain't know that Jesus.
Right.
Alright? Now, let me ask you this question. Will he attempt Domi Reversi next week? There's no reason why he shouldn't attempt it.
I don't know why it would work on... It can't work on Luffy. There's no way. Why would it work on, like, Loki?
Then Rox's plan makes no fucking
'cause
sense.
then the whole thing doesn't work. And
Like, Rox knows about Domi Reversi
and then,
because...
why do you need the Nidhogg to undo the Herald magic?
At least you just beat the shit out of him so badly and, like, undid it.
Yeah, and then if you can just be controlled by... If you can just be controlled by Homer, why does Rox want it?
It's a great question.
This is why I'm 50-50 on it, because I don't know if it makes sense lore-wise. But Oda's not averse to,
He'll make up some shit. Like,
throwing in asterisks.
because he shoots lightning and blows up planets.
But this is my fear, because we're figuring out how to undo it,
Yeah.
and there's no large target to undo.
Oh, there is Gunko.
Horizon.
Gunko has a personal connection to Brook. There is a personal connection.
Are people going to get tricked by the fake hype next week?
This is going to attempt Domi Reversi. This is a chapter next week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good chapter, Christian. 7 out of 10 type.
I had 10. I enjoyed the Usopp speech.
Uso speech, Ragnar meme,
Frankie.
Frank as well. There was a lot of fodder pages.
Sure.
Which I didn't appreciate.
Yeah. That's why it's 8 out of 10. Do we need...
But I think that's the only reason why you do that is to, like, next week they'll reform. They're like, then it didn't work. And then we're playing this game.
We're playing the game, and are we interested in the game?
No.
No.
This is Oda, though.
It's true. Oda loves the game.
Alright.
Alright.
Next week, hype, surely.
I want some lore. Give me some lore about the Nika. Alright?
That's Sean Shanks.
How strong is Shanks, Eric? Every week, we come to the question of how strong is Shanks. And every week we answer, Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. But there are still people out there, Eric, saying Mihawk's the strongest.
No.
Saying Blackbeard's the strongest.
Sour.
Saying most irrelevant man, Al-Qaeda's the strongest. When has the Navy been relevant?
Long time now.
Punk Hazard?
Still returning.
Dressrosa, maybe?
Still waiting for that return fire.
When's that return fire? Was it Egghead? Sad. Alright. Eric. There are people out there say Dragon's the strongest.
Yes.
He's afraid of the Holy Knights, by the way. Let's put that in perspective. Maybe it's PTSD from his God Valley incident.
Perhaps.
Eric. There are people out there that think I'm really the strongest. The man that Usopp's calling a coward bitch. Eric, Shanks is so strong that we come with 100% facts, information. Or we get to the table.
Yes.
This week's evidence is Shanks is so strong. He never needs a gimmick to win. In fact, he double checks. He was up his opponents at max health before he one shots them.
Right.
He ain't need no gimmicks, Eric. He is the anti-gimmick man.
This is why the symbol on his ship, Christian, is the sun.
That's right, raw. That's why he's respected across Albath.
Shanks is the strongest.
So he's a good king.
Topic of the show. Christian, what division did you see?
I see the visual from Oda. See, we've been asking for a while now, what are we doing with these Holy Knights? Because when we introduced, we're like, alright, we get it. World government needs numbers for the final war. We get it. They're low on numbers. We need to introduce a faction to bolster them. We saw Garling. We're like, hold on a minute. Maybe this is hype. Then we saw Shamrock. We're like, all right. And then God Valley, which the garlic stocks.
Kills a lot of stocks.
Garlic stocks just went straight in the mud.
Right.
All right. And then we get the Gaban law, where it's like, yeah, we just fucked them up every time they came after Shanks. No contest.
Right.
No sweat. All right. So we're like, well, we're getting a few conflicting messages. What is this about? And then this chapter really cemented it in my mind. It's the Celestial Dragons.
Unworthy power.
Unworthy. Power from not their own source. Arrogance. And overall low will. Now, Aimu seemingly, at least Aimu seemingly has some sort of vision, some will, alright? He's not running, he's not hiding, he's kind of standing there. He's overconfident because he's got that fucking ability.
Right.
Alright? Let's see what happens when Monkey D just smacks him in the nose.
Let's see what happens,
he starts bleeding,
let's see what
right?
happens when you feel that Nika...
That Dawn pistol.
Right.
Round the side of the head. Right? Reach into the shadows and pull something out.
Goes to Major Jojo.
Let's see what happens when that Toon Force comes out. Alright? Luffy mad this week, by the way.
Right.
What happened? What happened to all the memes?
They told me Serious Gear 5 didn't exist, even though it's in multiple sections.
Multiple sections. Alright. So, now we can start shaping the final war. Do we have... Would the Holy Knights kneel to Blackbeard? Yes. They will do anything to hold on to their power.
Right.
Because they're low-will bums. They only care about the power. They have no real morals. They have no real standing or respect.
And Blackbeard's blood lineage should be enough justice for them.
Sure, whatever. They'll justify whatever way they have to.
Right. Garling might be like, oh, I can take this bum out, maybe take the throne myself.
Sure. But they will kneel to Blackbeard.
Right.
Derek, of course, the question of the Navy, will Sakazuki kneel?
Probably.
That's a problem.
Bad justice question.
Alright. So, it's very interesting to me that can you see them kneeling to Blackbeard?
Yeah.
If you make the right argument.
If the Gorosei do, then the Holy Knights will.
Sure. Because they actually have no standing.
Because the Gorosei have authority over the Holy Knights.
Sure. And Eric, the Gorosei always cap and always cope. That's their whole thing. They're like, oh, if we have to, well, of course we have to genocide a whole population.
We've talked about this.
Oh, well, O'Hara, it's their fault that they researched the ancient history. We have to do it.
It's not our fault we didn't get the Nigger fruit. They have a world of their own.
This is the 101 psychology of people with no moral standards. They stand for nothing. They agree to everything. They'll put up a front like, oh, we shouldn't do this. Oh, the horror, the pain, the suffering.
Our arms twisted.
Our arms twisted, but they'll do it anyway. They won't actually object.
Right.
Right? This is what weakness and this is what immorality actually looks like. Not taking a stand because you have no values.
So we're just getting to where we thought we were.
We're getting back to it.
And this is why we never wanted the Celestial Dragons to have any physical power at all.
They've got some, but it's kind of irrelevant.
And kind of fraudulent.
And a gimmick.
Right.
And fraudulent.
The theme masters of all should understand this point, Christian. But some of them don't.
I don't understand how the theme masters don't understand this.
Anyway, Christian, let's get to some questions. I think a lot of questions this week.
I guess a lot about Usopp, a lot about Chopper. Of course. Spain. I like what Oda do with Chopper. Chopper established shonen fruits, cacao, other power fruits, like Luffy vs. Nell, Skypiea, human fruit being the counter to demons makes sense. It doesn't have break power scaling and gives Chopper much needed plot relevance. I understand that, but then it gives it a mystical... I think Luffy is a human fruit user.
Yeah.
So why didn't it work on the elders?
Yeah. And Nika, no less. There's a lot of questions.
He's got a harness of drums of liberation.
But maybe the Kokaki barrier played into effect.
Alright.
Sorry, there's questions.
Christy. Eric, the playing of Deer's Part 3 theme was a chef's kiss moment. I'm surprised they didn't bring Dio's original voice actor to do Diego, but now read this in Dio's voice. Why doesn't anyone know that episode 2 is dropping? Eric,
we're in pain. We talked about this.
we're in pain. It's hard, Christy. Everyone's waiting for peak.
Right.
Everyone wants it. Don't fuck this up.
Give it to us.
Alright. Weird Tornado. Love watching the Oda podcast on Netflix, and Inaki initially asked if Oda uses the live action to make improvements like Luffy singing to Laboon and doing the Nika dance, and Oda is just like, no. I just let the staff fulfill their vision. That is not what I intended or wanted. I'm gonna watch this thing, because this thing's gonna be hilarious.
Okay.
I think Oda's big old man salty Oda. He's like, why the fuck would you ask me if you wrote it better? No, you didn't.
Yeah, it's also like he kind of lets each part of the franchise be its own canon. He doesn't really care.
Yeah, he's the manga. He's the main is manga, right? From Christy, it was a great JoJo episode. Wanted just a hint more cinema, but overall a very good first episode. Christy, we got our 5-course meal, and he's asking for more.
He wants the saga. He wants the
This is
saga.
what I mean. You got some saga.
He needs saga.
Did you see that camel? That camel's moving.
He wanted that Sakuga clip to post on Twitter, Christian, to be proud of. You see,
You got the ball. You got the cape.
there's a little bit of Sakuga.
There's a little bit of Sakuga. Eric, it's not about Eric. As we said before, it's not about Sakuga with JoJo. It's about direction. It's about music. It's about rawness. It's about aura.
Composition.
Eric, have you ever seen a more exciting horse race? And that's all direction.
Right.
It's got really nothing to do with the animation quality.
As I said, a lot of mid-range shots with the horses just going up and like that's what
The CG, CG horse is fine.
Did you see the CG models of the characters on top of the horse?
I did. Noticeable, but not horrendous.
Hold.
They always zoom out shots.
Hold.
They always zoom out
There was a
shots.
few close-ups. Did you see them? There's a few mid-range.
Mid-range, not close-ups. Mid-range.
Right. A few mid-shots.
A few mid-shots.
Maybe testing it out a little bit, see what's going on.
This is the only real, like... There's, like, this race part, and then there's the end race part, where they're actually racing.
Yeah, no, but there's potential to use them. Here and there.
I didn't mind it.
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
We love part 7's doing well.
Right. From Damien. Oda so far, every time he took extra time for the live action rework, something in the manga, I could smell a month break just to flesh out the story coming soon. He's basically saying Oda's taking too much time off for this live action. He could sniff another month break.
I wouldn't mind another break after to flesh things out. Just to
hone it.
Just to hone it in. Get some results. I don't mind it.
Sure, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, and Christy also says he doesn't be, a little bit too simplified on the JoJo designs, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's alright. Eric from Dev. Hey guys, as artists, please look at the
contrast from the last chapter compared to vs. Luffy.
I don't know what he's really talking about. From the Sanji attack.
Yeah, he's like, maybe it's got Haki on it.
It's Ifrit Jambe.
He literally needs advanced conquerors to do it, which means he's one step away, maybe.
I mean, he doesn't, because Dorian Broggy...
There's weird stuff going on. I don't know.
It's strange. Chris D. Average Domi Reversi Giants broke through Dory's shield, which means average Domi Giant stronger than full power Walkery, who couldn't do it this in Egghead. Fact.
Yeah.
I mean, why are we going to... again...
it's also a spear, which is designed to pierce through shields.
People don't care about that.
So,
people don't care about that. Alright. From Pirate King. These are long questions, Eric. Long questions.
He's got a lot of parts on. First, praise be to the God King.
Of course. Blessed Mother of Magnolia, Eric, of course.
Of course. Third, Christian.
What if Oda kept Killingham's head separate to mimic the dude in Norse mythology that Odin tortured. I think his name is Mimir, god of war. Yeah. We know. The questions that tell them about the weakness of their seemingly invisible army. Yeah, I mean, it could be a thing, like on Jinbei's. Like, we just got a racist man.
They are still poised for a comeback, maybe, so we'll see. For the live action was cute, but after watching it, I learned I'm a manga purist. The Laboon scene was heartfelt, but I was honestly a little mad they didn't fight. And this is what I mean when I said the anime and manga just does everything better than the live action. What is the purpose of this series? I told you. Normies don't watch
Anime.
Cartoons.
But then it's got no artistic value. So what the fuck?
I mean, I don't know.
Like, the anime is supposed to enhance the manga, right?
And we'll talk about it again.
We'll get to it. Alright, because
Christian sees no purpose.
I don't see. It's hard for me to get the will to watch this show.
I'm on but we should start episode 7 soon. So 2 more episodes.
Apparently some weird shit going on with Wapple.
Yeah, a lot of changes to Wapple's plot, which is kind of just unnecessary.
Unnecessary connection for connection's sake.
Yeah, they're just
again, they're doing the Marvel thing where
they're just connecting all the plots relevant to the arc.
This is what happens when you do this. You create the small world problem. When everything's connected.
It's not really about that. It's just about, like,
you create the Star Wars problem where we're always going to Tatooine and shit.
It's just they wanted to have a through line through the Baroque works.
Sure.
Through Drum. Because there's no connection at all in Drum, and then it ends the fucking season.
Well, it's about a corrupt king.
Yeah, but
then you got the contrast.
There's no through line. There's no Baroque works.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Again, Christian, we talked about this. Hollywood require very specific things. Otherwise, it can't function.
Alright, from Bane. What are the characters Aimu summons rest of the God Knights? How many chapters we got? What are the chances Aimu summons the rest of the Holy Knights?
We're in the climax. I expect maybe 15 chapters left, maybe less.
That's fair. It just depends if Oda wants to give the Straw Hats a fight or something to do. Because there is the Domi reversing Loki route, which gives everyone to something to do.
That's still not a lot of chapters.
I'm just saying, we're going to give people things to do.
Now, if Aimu summons 7 Holy Knights, and then we get full fights for every Straw Hat,
30.
Then we'll be here a while.
Yeah.
I doubt it, though.
From Michael J. Do you think that this is one of the chapters that Oda wishes he had more pages for? We're just jumping around all over the place. I guess so. What would he add though?
We're just in that weird situation just before the final battle, where there's a bunch of chapters cleaning stuff up.
Actually, ask us an annoying question. What are the chances Luffy runs out of Gear 5 in the next few chapters? He has been in Gear 5 for a long time.
Don't run out.
Don't run out, Luffy.
Please, don't run out.
We don't want to see stamina
Although
issues.
he's got a partner this time in the fight.
That's true. Tag team. I love how Loki has a mythical dragon fruit and he doesn't have stamina issues.
That's huge.
What's up with that? Right. Alright. Is the reason why Road and Loki both called themselves the Sun God is because they both ended up representing a different god, like forest/war god. Well, it's about destruction.
I found it interesting what one of the giants said. He said something along the lines of, without concepts of evil, you're truly free. Which is maybe why they're Loki and shit are misinterpreting what freedom is.
Sure.
Which is why they're, going around and... Because the Dark Nika...
Yeah, the god of destruction kind of thing. What if... what did you think of Usopp Brook moment? Is it setting up something more? Or... Well, Brook has to get up to do the whole fucking Gunko shit.
Yeah, there'll be more.
There'll be more. 100% more. Alright.
We hope Usopp plays a pivotal role.
From Basara, what do you think all Usopp's Elbaf commentary is leading to? Something hype.
He'll
A
have
future sight.
He'll have a moment of will.
Power up. Future sight.
Hopefully, do something to assist.
Sure. All right. Green Tornado. What do you think of Usopp getting called a hypocrite by fans as he took the minds of the people and then fight with Tama on Onigashima?
Yeah, but this is a crucial thing people miss. The gifters and the Kaido, the beast pirates, aren't honorable fighters, so they don't deserve honorable battles.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. The Albath warriors are honorable for warriors. See, people can't read. That's the problem. They don't understand the themes of the story.
And the whole thing is Usopp is a hypocrite. Usopp is a coward.
That's the whole thing. Internal character conflict. He's trying to not be a hypocrite or a coward.
Yeah.
There's many layers going on which people miss.
From Kawafari. Hey guys, it's been a while. Busy. But hope you all are well.
Shut up.
Quick live action gripes. Why are they doing my boy Luffy dirty and nerfing him? I know.
Yes.
Makes no sense why the crew even believes he's strong. Yeah, it's sad.
They more believe in his vision than power.
I'm going to be honest, but I do not like the theory of Chopper being the forest god. It's a bit much. Well, Luffy has to be the special one, you know what I mean?
Right.
I love Gear 5, but I also have mixed thoughts about it because of the lack of foreshadowing or mention of Nika. You have Who's moment, but yeah, we know that doesn't count, alright? Yeah, and then Chopper the Forest God, weird, alright?
Yeah.
Has your hype for Aimu gotten better or worse since the start of the Albath? I think it's gotten better in his performance in the Rocks flashback, but worse since
it's hard for us because we never bought Aimu.
I'm more interested in the lore of Aimu.
Yeah.
In the backstory, in the vision.
Right.
I'm not really interested. I mean, that shotgun was cool.
I'm not interested in the power.
I like the magic circle stuff. Bring that back.
Yeah.
Stop spamming Dom Reversi.
Yeah.
Bring some combat. Bring some action.
Right.
I like the whole weapon summoning thing. That was cool. If we saw more of that, maybe I would be more hyped.
Right.
We could even bring that up against Rocks. He just Dom reverses him. So I find that interesting also. Like, why did Aimu bother to fight properly against the Giants? Against Dory and Brogy? Why not just
grip him
and fucking Dom reverse instantly?
A lot of questions.
Because I wanted to show us a little taste of the true power.
Right.
Alright. But there you go. Next chapter will be the deciding factor for me. I was always more scared of Aimu when he's just aura farming or on the throne, stabbing Zabo. It's true. When your character actually has to do things in the manga,
Right.
he kind of gets exposed.
And the final question:
does this chapter finally convince people Dragon is lame? I mean, he swam the whole inner.
Well, Dragon is like what we said. He's the Yonko of a crew.
And he's only really got
and
two
he's
commanders.
one man, and he couldn't take out the.
He's got two commanders. He's got Zabo and he's got Ivankov.
Yeah, and he couldn't take out Marijoa, and maybe his best as a Kuma is inactive. He's got a lot of problems.
Well, let's go get crazy, alright? Zabo is his best asset, alright? Zabo is probably like, for at least first commander at this point.
As VP said, you're poor and a bum. What am I going to do with you?
Yeah, we understand.
But no, Dragon, it's all relative. He's just one guy trying to take over Marijoa.
And again, he's basically an Emperor crew. Missing a member.
And he needs to call his son on the phone.
And make an
And
alliance.
be like, yo, and Shanks. And it's over.
3 emperors, it's done.
But no, he wants to be the big dick.
He wants to be the sneaky fuck, right?
That actually makes no sense why he hasn't called up Luffy and Shanks and made an alliance. Especially with Zabo.
He probably has with Shanks, alright? Wait, let's see it. Okay. Let's not get it twisted, alright? Shanks is stronger, Shanks is go king.
Or plot leads through Shanks.
Fact.